Hello. This is coming to you from YouTube on how to potentially fix things that will cost more to get replaced than be replaced. Okay, there you go. Hello and welcome. First thing, I'll show you the product that I'm working with. Happens to be a program called Sugru. It's like rubber glue that you mold it into the place that you have it in, where you need it, and then within 24 hours, it's supposed to harden up like solid rubber. Right? See now, I already tried to do this one, and there was two breaks in it, one here and one here. It's solid and it's smooth except for my fingerprints being all over it, but it's holding. I shouldn't have any issues. The other half of it, I didn't get tight enough. See, I tried to use the little pegs, boom boom boom, but that didn't work so it gets to get in the video as well. I have two of them, one right there and one where it broke there. This one should stick and stay where it's supposed to be. Okay. Now, first thing, these come in little pouches, which you cut them open. After, of course, it says you should have washed your hands. I've washed my hands, and the item itself is clean. I'm going to cut the package open. This one happens to be black. There's 4 or 5 different colors, the usual red, blue, yellow, green, black. I'm sure if you get the white ones, you can probably roll it together and add your own color. Okay. See now, when it comes out, well, if I cut it close enough, it's like chewing gum in there. Really pre-chewed chewing gum. And now, what I am going to do is for this one, I'm going to do it about half of it and use the other half of that tool for the other half because it is pretty thick. Yeah, the old stuff used to be not stick to that as much, but of course, you'll notice afterwards I'll have very blackish hands because this stuff does have dye in it, so I'm going to end up... That's probably the one reason why I want you to wash your hands, because the oil in your hands probably absorbs to it. Okay? See, now I'm trying to get it as flat so I can do it like electrical tape, kind of, so then I can layer it as much as I want from that piece. And then it'll solidify as that. And then I'm taking the pieces, just like a Band-Aid. I'm trying to stick it between the fix and here so I have some space. And then I just stick them together and then wrap it. And I might need to use some more because that was where my issue was the first time I did this, is that it wasn't holding because it didn't have enough grip. I might end up using more of that because the other one wasn't as big of a rip, so just had to make sure that it stays. Oh, sticky wicky. Ah, da dee dee. Yeah, you get to watch my fingers. Trying to make sure that it's in there. Make sure that it adheres, because this is probably a non-porous band on a watch, so it says it'll work better with porous. It'll work better with porous. I'm trying to get it into the shape so that it'll hold, and it also won't look like a who done it and ran if someone walks by and says, "Oh, you've got rubber." I missed some. I didn't need just a little bit more of this. It just happens to work well that this is it'll cut right through there. Kind of. See, the rolling is supposed to be for that it keeps the. I guess it warms it up, makes it a little more porous and shapeable. But it's also just a little tacky, very tacky. And I'm just gonna put that across there and mold it all together like a big pile of chewing gum. Okay. Now, once it's there, which I think it's pretty tight where I want it. I don't want to get anything in that hole because that's the one hole that I probably need for myself. And I mean, it would hold it better, but I don't want anything in that hole. I want to make sure I don't get anything in that hole, or else I won't be able to wear the watch that I'm fixing. There we go. No, it doesn't look as appealing, but trust me, it looks better than the electrical tape that I was using before to hold it all together and then just retaping it back. But you can do that too, but this is more of an attempt at a permanent hold on these two pieces. There we go. And then for the most part, I take that and I leave that to the side. And the next I'm working with is this watch, where it broke right here across the band. Now my plan for this one is that I'm gonna just fill in that whole cavity and wrap it around like a straw. Gee. Maybe wrap it around wrap it around like a snake around an animal that it's consuming for the need of food. Make sure that's all there. Okay. I'm gonna take these two pieces and I'm gonna squirrel them together. I'm gonna try to squirrel them together. My plan is to hopefully fill in that entire little cavity there. And I hope nobody questions my authority. Someone's blowing things. Oh, that's me, hopefully. I'm just going to try to fill in that hole. And then just try to size it up so that it's about the same size as the band it is. Get it all in that lump there. See, this is about what it would look like if it wasn't broken. There'd be a band there, but of course, this is usually where I've had it on this watch. This happens to be a Casio 222, I believe. 525 S22 and that's the main spots. Usually breaks in the curves of your arm, depending on. Hopefully you don't have loose hands when you're doing this. Make sure to have the band on nice and tight. And then, perfect world, that's on there. There we go. And then my thought is if it doesn't hold, I could use one of these stubs and the other one to kind of hold it together. And that's what I'm going to end up doing. Like that. And I'm going to waste one more. Okay, so I showed you on the top. This is about what it looks like on the bottom here. Ah, I can see it. Everyone else can't. That's it right there. It's like I said, a Band-Aid. It goes across on the bottom just as much as it does on the top. There we go. A little bit more focus. And on the bottom, it's about the same. But in a perfect world, what I'm going to end up doing right now is I'm going to cut out one more because I had to use the other half to fix watch B. There we go, all the way across, all the way across. All the way across. There's door number 2. If I hadn't used it for the other one, I would have had probably enough to do what I want to do right now, which is take another half of this, roll it together. Also note, second time around, definitely getting a little funky. I'm probably gonna, there we go. I'm gonna try to break that off. Try to make sure that I kind of, that's what I'm trying to do, is take on both sides of the bracket, the broken piece, so that when it's on there, it'll hold on to one of the nuds on one side. Okay. And then I'm going to try to, I'm going to have to use the whole bleepity bleepity bleep thing. Try to put it up and over that. I'm going to fill in that hole, which in perfect world, again, will mean that I don't have to, it shouldn't break again, because it'll have holes on either side that will make it stay. I just don't want to go too high, because if I actually do decide I want to get in a new band, then it will make the jewelers cry, because they have to work around it to get the little hook out of back there, and it is a tiny little spot. Okay, just trying to squeeze it into there. I'm trying to make sure it gets size-wise. That's so. When this is up here, you probably won't feel it, because when I'm squeezing it all the way down, trying to get it as tight to this spot as possible, and then going from there. Because good thing about that is if I screw up, it should mean that everything will stay where I want it to be, and I won't have to worry about doing this again for a while. Still on there? Good. You just can't see it because I'm holding the spot. There we go. It's on both sides and over by the hole. Just smoothing it out so I don't have to worry about that too much. And then I'm trying to make sure that it's over both the bump here and the bump there. I'm sure if you had something more holdable, like a wrench, so that you're not leaving damage. This is not for professional. This is not professional. This is not. You don't go into a jewelry shop and they won't do this for you. They'll probably spend this watch is probably banned. It's online for $22. So I'm trying to work with $4 worth of material to fix both this watch and the other watch, because the other watch is my primary and this is my backup. Okay, there we go. That's about as far as I'm going to get with this. Then I just have to wait 24 hours and see what happens. If it holds, it's great. If not, I'm due for another watch. Any of the okay. There we go. There we go. Nice and tight as far as I'm concerned. There we go. I was trying to make sure I get it all the way around. Okay. It's on there around the lip, the other one. It's all the way around there. And it's a square that's going to get on either side of here. Now, it will get a. This is about as this stuff, at least it doesn't expand. So this stuff doesn't expand, so that's a good thing. That it this is about where it will be when it is done. It will be about the same size that I put it on there. See, I got my pretty little fingers on there all over the place, and the tiles are working. Okay. I hope this helps you. They have it on. This is Sugru. It is available on Amazon. It is available on Amazon, and that was where I found it. But it's also at HomeDepot.com, and probably any other Home Depot store or any other store for repair or crafting. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye now.